Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. As always, huge massive thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. So I'm coming back again with this Hunkydory Humour. Toppers are falling out of this one, but I've got this one that's called Cheeky Chops, which is pretty much something we used to say to the babies, you know, when my mum used to look after kids, you know, hello cheeky chops. That's by the by. So this one we've got, I'm sorry that you're now at an age where a sneeze can ruin your day, and then there's loads of pants there. Warning, your birthday is becoming a serious fire hazard. The absolute cheek of the postman delivering this to you late. And I wish you a happy birthday with all my bum. I'd say with my heart, but my bum is bigger. And I love this border here, which just says, "Ooh, cheeky." And then you got the one with the pants as well. So the in the Happy Days edge to edge foiling, this one matches the sprinkles. So we will be adding a little bit of those, some of those into the cards today. And I'm going to start just by bringing in a 6x6 card. So this is my normal 6x12 300 GSM white card that I have just scored into a 6x6 card. And I'm going to bring in my trimmer. I've got a 6x6 gold berry mat, and I'm just going to take 2 notches off each side. And that's going to give me this lovely fine white border that I like. So we can just see that looks quite nice on there. I'm also going to bring back in, if you've watched my videos from the other day, you saw that I used some of this lovely sort of baby blue adorable scoreable, and I'm going to use this as the main mat on my card. So I'm cutting this at 5 3/4. Obviously all these little bits can be foiled on if you do foiling. You can also emboss that, pop it through an embossing folder if you wanted to. You know, it does lend itself to these processes because of the scoring ability of it. So the next thing, I'm going to bring in a piece of white card, and I need it to be, I haven't worked this out beforehand, but I want 1.5 in the middle. So then half and half, that's 1, 2, 3.5, 5, I believe. Hopefully that's going to work out okay. I've also got a spare bit of card. This is gold mirror card from some of the cards that I've been doing, and I'm just going to trim this down to 5 3/4. And how big is that? Is that 3 inches? It is now. So we've got 3 inches by 5 3/4. And then I'm going to bring in this pink, and I'm going to cut a piece that's going to be 2 notches under the 3, and then 5 3/4. So I don't want there to be a border at the end. See, that's a nice square that we can pop on at some point. So that is that, and that is that. Can go in the bin. Let me just bring in my little score board, and then if I can remember what I did with my score tool, there we go. Let's see if I've worked these out right. So I want half as a glue tab, and then my 2 bendy parts, half as a glue tab. So I'm scoring at half, 1 and 1.5, and then again at 3.5, 4 and 4.5, and that looks pretty good to me. And what I'm going to do is just concertina that in, and that's going to make my little mechanism for my card. So let's pop that one out of the way. I think that's all we need in order to get started. So let's bring our card in. So the glues I'm going to be using, the usual ones. I've got the Kalau all-purpose glue in there. That's the alcohol-based glue. cloud tacky glue on there. That's the water paste glue, sort of a PVA but a good one. What I like to do is use that tacky glue in the corners and then my alcohol glue all over. I'm quite generous with it, I suppose. You don't want the card to fall apart. So let's pop that down and onto there. It's looking good. And then I'm going to come in and do the same with this one. So all-purpose glue, tacky glue in the corners. And that piece is there. And then what I can do is just, if I bring in my topper, I think, which one, maybe the yellow one will be better. Oops, it's alive. Just grab it. Yeah, I think this yellow one's going to stand out best on there. And then we have a little sentiment, which is the more candles, more cake. Have down here a couple of gems, looking a bit clean and simple. I was going to say boring. For me it looks a little bit boring. I think a bit of embossing on there would be perfect, but let's go ahead and see what it looks like when it's all together. Hopefully once we've got that little element on here doing its job, it's going to liven this card up, and obviously we've got the gems and things as well to add interest. Could also use your peel-offs as well. I think they did have an everyday pack, so you could put birthday candles along there and along there just to add them in. Anything like that, just to add a bit of interest on that sort of large piece of blue. I think a lot of these cards, the ones that I've made, and I've looked at them and the photos when I've put them on Pinterest, because when I'm making them you sort of don't see them the same as when you look at a photo or a video of them. So I don't see them perhaps as you see them unless I look at them on a photo on Pinterest, and you know, and then I see them differently. But a lot of the cards have been very, very clean, and nice, you know, sort of not in your face like some cards are, which is a quite different sort of style for me. Okay, so I'm just getting some red liner tape, and I'm going to pop that onto the back of there and onto the back of there. I think what I will do as well is just score these down nice and tightly. We can hash this. There we go. Okay, so that means it's going to stay more in place once I decide where that goes. Okay, so I want this in the middle because that's where I want the pop-up on my little topper to be. It doesn't matter if I don't get this quite straight on, because obviously I can put the topper straight on top of it, because as you can see it's a lot smaller than my topper. Okay, so I've got a piece of liner tape there. So let's just go ahead, fold that down a little bit with my hands, and then pop that right about there. I can see that's a little bit more to the left than the right, but like I say, once I get my topper on there, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, so I'm going to pop some all-purpose glue on here, just so I can have all the wiggle room time I want. A little bit of tacky, and then I can pop that on, press it down, And then what I need to do is just make sure I've kind of, let me just pick that up, want that to be in the middle. So I'm just, you could go on the wonk if you wanted to. I mean, that warning is on the wonk, so you could change that up, so that's fine. So, and it will still fold down flat to go, you know, in an envelope. The actual thickness of it is probably about 1 to 2 millimeters. Very difficult to show you. So that should be okay in a normal envelope, as long as you've got a bit of give room in it. Now, I haven't given any thought as to what sparkles we want on there. I think maybe yellow or gold, so let's bring the mirror ones in. Also got some Hunkydory glitter ones. Got some fluff on. Not quite sure why, but there you go. I think we'll go with the glitter. I think it needs a little something just to bring it to life. Okay. So if you wanted to make that a little less high, what you could do is go maybe not 1/2 inch, go 1/4 inch, and then you're not going to have that quite as bouncy. So I'm going to pop 3 there. Haven't got any teeny tiny ones, have we? 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4. So at the moment we've got 7, 8. And let's go with another one there, just to bring that in. And that is a super quick card, because that's only taken 12 minutes, and that's even with me introducing the kit. Let's pop that out of the way. So that is a card number 1 with our little pop-up mechanism. You can see it working there, but super clean, super simple as well. Just need a little bit of blue adorable scoreable and a spare bit of white card. I'm just gonna get tidied up and set up for card number 2. So for card number 2, I thought I'm probably going to use this Happy Birthday with all my bum, and I'm going to do a 5x7 card. So I'm just bringing in that Glittertastic and Pastel Ombre pad that I used the other day. And I think those sort of orange tones and the yellow going into that blue was going to be quite nice. So let's go with that one. Let's pop you there a second. Let's bring the trimmer in. So like I said, this is a card blank. Previously it was 8x8, but I've cut it down to 5x7 because I've just got so many 8x8 cards. I just know I'm not going to be using them in that size anymore. I just don't do big cards so much. So what I need to do is cut a mat that's going to be 5. Needs to be, so it's 2 notches under the 5 and 2 notches under the 7. So I've got a little Totally Tiffany bin there that I'm putting bits of card in, just in case you was wondering. And then I am going to do like a it's not a gatefold, or is it a gatefold? A fold back card. So it's going to be 3.5 minus 2 notches. By 5. So 2 notches into the 5, and I think that should be right. 3.5. 3.5, 3, 6, 7. Yes, that's right. Brain's not computing in any maths. Right, so let's do some layers while I'm here. So I want this for the inside. So if I cut that down at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I will bin that little bit because there's not much point saving that. And I'm going to take this again and I'm going to cut a piece that's 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and that one should fit onto my side piece there. There we go. So we're bringing that little bit of foiled drama in. So let's just bring my scoreboard in as well. And I'm not having this tent fold, so this is going to go this way across. So if I pop that there and score at 3 1/2, should be able to then fold that back like so. There we go, so I've got a little fold back. Put that out the way. And back to our glues again. It's getting a bit mucky. Let's clean that up a little bit. I'm not great with housekeeping, with keeping these things as nicely as I should. Right, so I'm going to go straight into the card this time. And pop a nice amount of all-purpose glue, a bit of tacky, and we can pop that in and down. I'm just thinking I could have done a nice little cutaway card on there as well. Maybe if this video doesn't take very long like that, we will come in and do that. Maybe on a 5x7 as well, so that's just lifting up a little bit. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of extra glue under there. And if I grab a pair of my tweezers, I'll have another pair there. Just give that a second to behave itself. So because this is paper, I don't use the all-purpose, no, the tacky glue on it, because what can happen, sorry, there's just a little hair there, is the water content in it can interfere with the paper. It can sort of soak into it and make it sort of bubble up. I call it rocking up. That's when the paper rocks up. But the alcohol glue is fine, even though we're going onto mirror card here, because that's going to be underneath. It's not going to affect us, because the alcohol glue can take the shine off your mirror card. So you just have to be a little bit careful. You don't want it splurging out the sides. That is looking quite nice as it is. So the problem with my foil card is some of it's been left in here, and it has been getting quite cold, and then we've had the heating on, and because it's not been in a container or a drawer, because I don't keep a lot of papers in here because I know it can affect my papers, I tend to keep in here what I'm working on, unless it's in a packet or something. This is cardstock, so I can use my normal glues on it. But I have got like this pack of mirror card, the A4. I've got like 5 sheets in here because I was working with it last night, and my 6x6 mirror mats are near the end, so that's why they've got room to move in there. Okay, so you can see we've got a nice See, there's a bit of bubble in there, so just give it a good press, make sure that glue makes connectivity and there's no bubbles, because that is so annoying when you come back to your card and there's a bubble where you didn't want it. Okay, so that's our card as it is at the moment. So we've got our happy birthday with all my bum. We have got our cheeky. So definitely going to have to use that. And then we've got cheeky cheers. So let's pop you out the way. Pop you out the way. Right, let's have a look and see how we want this to go on. So don't know where I want that to come across there. Do I want it to go across there? Can have that there. What do you think, guys? I think it would be better if we went. See, I like it along there, but I feel like it should go along here as well. I'm wondering whether to nick one out of another one, just to pop that on. Do you know what I think I'm going to? Let's see. Here it is. So I've got them all in here at the moment. So let me just, because you get 4 sheets of each one. Here we go. Let's drag that out. And whatever is left over I will pop back in. So I might be able to just use it as a corner border or something. But that is the benefit of having more than one. The same thing. Let's pop you like that for now. We'll sort you out in a second. Oops. My creaky chair. So then if we have that going along there, yeah, I think that's going to look better. Yep, happy, happy, happy. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go with this flat. Just thinking, do I want... Just working at the best way to make that sort of text continue. Okay, so let's grab, oops, pencil. I'm just going to put a little line there for me to cut there. And then this one we need to cut there. I'll bring my little guillotine in so I can see what I'm doing. So let's just put that onto there. And that is in. We can take another little bit off that. And then this one, just going to go slightly ahead of that. And just mark that with my nail. You can use the pencil again if you want to. I might have gone a bit too... Yeah, still got another bit to go. Better too short than too long. I mean, better too long than too short. I'm Irish. I'm not really. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And then we just need to take another teeny bit off here. Just that go to the end of that gold. Okay. that's the complicated bit then. Right, so let's pop this down. So I'm just going to use some tacky glue on this one. It should stick to that paper fine now that that paper is now stuck to that foil card. So I shouldn't have any issues. So that is now there. Let's just check that's straightish. Happy with that. And then this one again. If you didn't want to use your tacky glue, you could use your tape pens. Perfect for this sort of application as well. There we go. I am super happy with that, I think. Yep. There we go. Sorry, didn't know why it blurred for a second there. Right, so for this one, we just need to put some 1mm pads down one side of it, or one half of it. Let's grab that. So it needs to be this side. One. And I'm going to put a nice amount on there because I want a nice big support. And what I'm going to do, just pop 2 along that edge. Oops. Just as much contact as I can get with that cardstock just to give it that support. Here we go. So taking the backs off. And then we can just go the centre. I don't mind if it overlaps that a bit, but it's not. And then we want another foam pad, so 1mm one. I'm going to pop that in the corner. If I can get the back off there, there we go. I thought it was going to be difficult for a minute then. Cheers. That's there. And then for gems, I think really we should have some nice blue ones. Have I got any light blue ones? I should have some shimmer gems in the blue. Sorry, I'm going to rustle. 1, 2, 3, that's the green. There's the blue ones. I like this as well. Let's see, hopefully you should be able to find these blue ones. Oh yeah, I see you. I was using some of the cheaper gems on some of the other cards just because they suited that project better than anything else, but the shimmer gems. So all of these little packages got put to the back of the drawer. Okay, let's see. Now, do we want to go in a little... Yeah, I think we'd go sort of nice and tidy with this bit. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to take a little one and a little one. And I'm going to call that card finished. Oops. Okay. Put that back in. Might need that again in a second. But that is card number 2, that little fold back card. Nice 5 by 7 card. What I'm going to do, just because it's been quite a quick video so far, I'm going to try and get another one done. Bear with me while I just get set up for that one. Okay, so quick card number 3, just a little bonus again because those other 2 didn't take very long. So I've cut this card, I've scored it at 6 inches, so we've got a 6 by 6. and all I'm going to do is take an inch off each side. So I've butt it up to the 1 inch on that side, and I'm taking it down to the 6 inch, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then what I'll do is I'll just use my scissors on this piece, just cut along the crease. Just think I'm going to get a neater line than using the blade. There we go. And then we've got our little cutaway card. Okay. Now I went back to that Glittertastic and Pastel Ombre pad again. So if you've got that pad, it works fantastically well with these. But let's take another piece of Gold Mirror. Again, we need to do a 6 by 6 for the back. So I'm going to take 2 notches either side. That's that one, and I'm going to take another piece. It will come out. This centre piece is 4 by 6, so I'm going to take 2 notches off the 4, that for another time, and 2 notches off the 6. And that's our middle piece. So I've got this pink one, so rather than use the glitter side this time, I want to use the pastel ombre side, and this is going to be for the back of my card. So I'm going to cut that at 5 3/4 square. And the reason why I chose this, I did sort of try lots of different pads, but everything that had a pattern seemed to really clash. So I thought if I go for something like this, we've just got that little pastel background. I'm coming in with the blue sprinkles this time. And I'm going to cut a piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Again, we've got a nice square there for another day. And then that should fit quite nicely onto that mat there. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, it's sort of everything that I tried with a pattern, even like the glitter side, you know, it's sort of really sort of made it a bit too busy. So I thought this pastel side would work really nicely. And plus, you know, if you are looking for some other papers to go with this kit, at least you know that Glittertastic pad Pastel Ombre is a really good match. To be honest, I would have used more of these pink ones on a lot of these cards because there's a lot of pink elements to them, but I have used a lot of the pink. Okay, so we'll just pop that down and give it a good press down. Again, because this is paper, I'm going to use my dots on the end. This is the Hunkydory one. Feels really nice in the hand. I'm not saying the other ones were uncomfortable, but I did certainly notice difference when I picked that one up. Let's go. Just got a bit of glue on my hands. Let's move it out of the way. So this goes pink into orange. So I'm putting the orange at the top. Just popping it on where we think it's going to go. And then when we're happy with it, we can press those dots down. Give it a good press. Make sure that seals down quite nicely. And then onto this layer. And then onto this layer. this sprinkles would be perfect for any birthday card, especially kids. Especially if you've got any of those whopper toppers with like the toppers suitable for kiddies. Would go quite cool. It would be lovely as the back of a shaker card as well. Right, so I'm thinking of coming in with this one. We have the lovely sentiment that says another year older, another chin hair. And we have the wash in line with the knickers on, or pants as I would call them, but in America that means something completely different, doesn't it? That's like trousers. Okay, maybe we should just go alright. We've got enough, or we could always steal another one. They're the wrong way. I don't like it when it's the wrong way. Can't really see it that way, and I feel like you do need to put something across this space here. Could go one there, one there. Could just go there. Kind of like it straight. And we'll have to find some gems to go on the back. Okay, let's go with that. So let's bring in my little guillotine. Let's cut this down. And I'm going to go to 2 notches under the 4. So we'll go right up to the gold. There we go. Okay, so let's get some foam pads. Let's come in. So if you're making cards to sell, you can see how quickly these cards come together. I used to make cards to sell. Did the whole like card fairs for about a year and a half, and then COVID. And then I just didn't want to go back to it, but I still wanted to make cards, so that's why now we're just doing them for charity. Okay, so 1mm foam pads all the way around. Oops, that's gone on the floor. A little bit of tacky glue just to give me that little bit of wiggle room time. That's quite. Now, shall I go to the side? Or shall I go in the middle? I like it at the side, I think. So let's just cut a little bit now. I did just see there was a pit that was annoying me on the side. So this is just where the card is usually held in place on its sheet. So we want to pop a little bit at the top. and a little bit at the bottom just for support, because it's got this band across. It's going to support the middle of it. So again, tacky glue, a little bit of tacky in the middle. There we go. Can go onto there. Now what I am going to do is just give this a little flex, because I can see it's flexing under, and I find when you do these cutaway cards sometimes there is a tendency for it to do that. Let's bring back in my little blue gems. Sorry, I know that crinkling makes a really loud noise on the video. And I'll go with, should we go with, yeah, let's go with these ones this time. I'm going to go big on the 2 corners, 3 corners, 4 corners, and then I'm going to go 6, so we've got 5, 6, 7. Could go a little. There we go. It's not quite. So about where we want to be. I might have to just move these about a little bit, but. And then just for good luck, my little odd number, I'm going to put 1 down the bottom there, so I can see it needs a little fiddle about with. Bear with me, message just come up on my screen. Love it when it does that when I'm filming. There we go. So let's bring, that's finished now. What I would do is, if I had a birthday trim me insert padding gold, I would put an insert in there, but I'm going to have to wait till that comes. But that's card number 3, card number 2, and card number 1 with that little pop-up. Like I say, that will go quite nicely. I did see this idea on Jennifer Maguire actually, so you can blame her for that one. But that's it for today. So coming back next time with this same kit, still another 3 topper sets I think. So that will be on Monday. Yeah, Monday. I have got the free gift here arrived this morning, which is really lovely, and I also got the in full bloom, so those are going to be what's coming up shortly after this one. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the bonus card. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.